I'm speaking what I know is the fact, and everybody is able to verify. So because Sema, it is not within the parameters of your current knowledge now. All you need to do is to go and verify. Say nipa ne kano, eye nokra na enye nokre. And yes, sir, you suffer from what we call cognitive dissonance. And cognitive dissonance na say bia obi a waji bibie tumu na brabo nyina. That will catch and say the person will fight. So the fight and the argument no nema obi obi ewo obi ti asembia on to ni bo anko hwehwe mu na says once I waka away enye no gidie na na enye sa na etena na nipa ne buafu na we could no be obi ni sa. It's called cognitive. It's a psychological problem. It's a science. Say you yourself know what you believe. Is it big? The question is that what you know, no, do you accept it as the truth or fact? Say ya catch now and a wajetum ane ya dia wanka so waye pense mu ahwehwe mu say so nia ye kan ye no eye no kra na u kan bible catch us say na even berea fo no ankasa no emre bia Paul ene on be ye nkyerɛkyerɛ no omkɔ a omkɔ ye pense hwehwe mu say nia ya kyerɛ mu no saa na. So you are not denied from extensive research by yourself, but you do yourself a great disservice. Say, who base all your knowledge on what you have been told and you have not verified. So I am educationist. I pastor. I'm a teacher. Like, so when I say education, it cut across. So I teach on different things. But you need what is called awakening. We need to learn to unlearn some things we have learned.
A tier for me chacha will be Mr. Wa share man, okay, kindly share the video for us. Invite people, tag people, and let's have a dialogue. Let us have a dialogue. Mama yenye day, ye nim komo kakra wa ha say, okay. Me da obi biase, especially Oma say almost support to settle with my decision, okay, with the emission me person me and I say the direction I'm a person me kono. Ye wo man for bi wo honom na they accept you however you are. So they are not friends with you because they benefit from you. There are some people now, okay, once now you are making your decision, you know, and your decision is not a bad decision. In case it said ye be what the kwako harm will be, and I say baby sano, I will still be your friend. So yes, be because me benefited from one thing I may you down for, but me were down for say me pay be our life. Yes, be I may not the same team until me were down for. So you baby sir. Enti do mo amoti say ni nyina ase okay any mo welcome say to mama me say bible verses say me sua na say be say nyina so me do nyina amase okay enye easy christosom tin amount form pe christosom no because christosom very very difficult okay so we can we follow christosom say the tie na say the yesu kire wona okay very difficult okay enti metiase pan say amafo bebre empe christosom tie omo pese omo yo makoma so ade so obi en ho penhye obi en ho no penhye nti sometimes obi pen freedom I can do whatever I want tina wa ya ye wo ma no so anase bia wo ma unnim se de tie wa okrampo na wo ya akra odu stage bi no ya open freedom wo just say on pese ye be hye wo say bia free time we say anase ye say time obi an open freedom a wa betina ye de obeye bia no but wo nyini be do stage bi no I know who say, hey, now we rush it too much. After the winner, and get so good, no. But after the was a one, I'll call Pibby. Now, so maybe so good, man. No, now, man, so the children who goes to the same thing, okay. Papa, me there, papa, they say. It is hard to say, I'm for freedom. So, hey, okay, Mr. Nam is the same thing, and I'm here. And the bedroom, baby, no. A beer, I'm for Binya, I can't say, on be humble on myself, okay, because we pride too much now. Obe humble self, no acknowledge, no one who say, to me do a honum. So being a boy, a body we say now, okay, your books be honor a claim, books need claim, say yes, men I'm a bomb, it is saying I may okay, into a what was said and say, obey your books in the movie, no, now you say, the who say, no, crown, no one follow, okay, and to say, who say, be Islam, no cremawa. It doesn't mean say, obey to me question on fire Islam. Maybe ko say Christianity and a fitting mamma no a tom adwene maybe some Christianity now okay there is no me Bible no enkyerɛ me bibia sɛ me nkonko di obi ewu sɛ what say no Nigeria na sɛ ya bi on amanfo yɛ asɔre ɛwɔ asɔre dem no sɛ wo hu intentionally yɛba be ku wɔn nyinaa bibi saa wɔ no me som bibi sɛ bia anim da sɛ sɛ obi a wɔwɔ me som no mu kura nkɔkɔ yɛ bibi sɛ ya ɛsom na nkasa nkyerɛ ne sɛ bibi saa onye bibi saa da nti to me no de ne okay me hu sɛ ma join ne wɔ som ayɛ correct me nya akopɔn be di amane but yɛ wɔn kɔfo bi a ɛnyɛ wɔn nyinaa wo me ka sɛ yɛ wɔn kɔfo bi wɔ me ka sɛ CSF a okay CSF okay akɔkɔ yɛ eku a me CSF ni nso mo kasa bi CSF ebi mo be kasa bi CSF ni because my mentality behind CSF no was more about Ghana, okay? Anyhow now religion they practicing in the wrong way no e be ma manfo ni ada ho no ne aboy ho modern ne etimi ayi bibia boy man ye ne be ye Christopher ye nkremofo atheist ye nyina ne be kan ho abom ye kasa community labor Christo ni be ba bi nkremoni be ba bi CSF ni be ba bi atheist ni be ba bi any kind of community labor ye ka community labor ye nkɔhye ba bi mo mpaye san e ho nye clean enti sa na me ti ase sa empire be winning an answer over here, okay? Enti but CSF akwa anyini ekuru na akwa yes e ohun so wo fa CSF for me esa ba begina honom now more critical questions are okay emu me esa no omu nyina fa because there is no guidelines be a guide CSF so we say bia so we CSF ni a say na wasa we da bi enti since eye obia betima yusu na adwene nti no okay sometimes we won't say we bedwini say we na correct na we so adwene say we na correct and sometimes no obi betimi make a comment in the name of CSF na Ben Moshe ni hwehwe say what say na Ben Moshe na adwene kura ha enti me ka ebi won ma me bo CSF din a me nkase omu nyina okay but ebi mo some people no be commenting on my page now they are trying to tell me say seto so what koye Christo ni dia I cannot question in chromosome. I cannot ask questions about Islam. With this mentality, this person, and I think in same way, say, first of all, they have nothing to tell me. You cannot tell me what to do and what not to do. They say they may be can't who are CSF, and I may say specifically to these people, no more comment to Abraham. So why we CSF, so what gives you the right to question Christianity and Islam? Say me a Christian and ultimately question Islam. Why we CSF what gives you the right to question another religion? Logic be any guys guys go on logic be any tribo. They say omo de chobo nkwa omo kasa omo nwene ho. Oba be kan kire me say me member ye Christian dia I cannot question Islam. Now we CSF ni a when am authority say you can question Christianity, you can question Islam, but you as a CSF you don't question traditional belief, you don't question. Hey, okay, but you have the right to say Uba catch me say what I can do and what I cannot do, and say it makes sense. Yeah, okay, I have the right to question. Just said the meme Christian also what right to question me as a Christian. You have the right to question me. It's simple. Also, we CSF ni, we atheist ni, we bosomsom ni, the we biano. I also have the right to question you. If you don't want to have a discussion, that is I won't force you. So, say me frebu or Muslims, me frebu more almost die, but money conversation there. I cannot force them. Me a Christian who frame me now. Catch them to tell me what question where the mouth. Hey, me what answer na nam the amount. Me ni answer na me farmer. Me fashion amount. Mintia say me nye propaganda and then amount for bintia say no. And I me busa questions the whole time, It wasn't say me busa just to tease people. To me, it could be say it was a way of crying out for help. Now me so maybe shem. Enti ebe enka ebia enka betima ko the other direction, Ebia enka betima ko pie wa Islam mu. Se enka me ko hunu no kre no wa Islam mu na enka I could stay in Islam. Enka me enka say mabusa Islam questions sa enti me de me ferese me dabi. Because at the end of the day, a meme salvation. And the amount for back family when the best stream is here, and she didn't hear me. Say me did say meet menya and come here for I will follow it from me back room. I say, okay. You buy chroma saying, okay, your friends do honum now. I didn't move with them. I would rather be alone than to move with them. So, if you honum now, I'm say, oh, Italian share we fear honum. Now, me who say, we need fear honum, like I share honum, okay? Bia. Minim a nipa on me madam for no, but also one nan for so what me madam for no, but also one nan for be omonya me nan for minimum mo krampo. Time will be na wo me trimu say me de me ho kobonko fo bi. Na say one day, na say be a police for ba around na, ye be kan maka ho. Sometimes so say before say me fra a certain group no, me stay alone. Me stay alone. I would rather be alone and be safe than say, but then me say, me na fufu until yenko house party. Your house party be one na me mess up manko because me pesa trouble no. Tina must stay up, must stay back. The mimi jidi no say ye men kwa na me standing wo honum krampo na me standing wo honum. Se me hunu say na me ko na we na me pese me ye makoma no wo ha sei na ade we so a me ye no ha mu obi a effect bi ene honum na me ye dia ha mu obi na I will do it. Say what you say na e bi to say bi a yesi so no e ko club ase and na fo bi wo honum na they drink alcohol mo no alcohol me no mo alcohol bia that time me no alcohol poda enti before omo no alcohol na they want me passing say wo so no bi. What you say na me kura me cola me ni reason bi nti a me fan nom alcohol no but omo nyina be sere me bi wonu kura pa ma bi wo no ma on be sere on the cola boy. What you say na but to me na okay mama because I didn't know the reason why na me nom alcohol no nti bi omo nyina omo chile nye se bi omo ye alcohol drink but me hunu me nim no me nya de me nim no. What you say na nti sa na me metie nti se me kasa bi a me movement in CSF na ye question Christianity na ye question Islam question na me busa Islam no enye propaganda questions when you say bia questions no enye propaganda e be see the same questions that so one mo be antimi answer it's just say bia me ka say me ye CSF and ye busa questions na enti ye should have fabricate bi na ye be push ya Islam there be questions ni or credible questions Islam antimi answer Ubusabia obi ani answer bia dem out just keep quiet and worship but ye call Christianity honum na questions bia obebusa bia no ubenya answer umpe answer no you different tie bi o question no answer but umpe answer no umpe you don't like it. Okay enti na amanfo bi so honum na omu ye bibia okay just say me who say I mean put some things me can any maybe one no but to me many then they okay your family Ghana for any kwa say nyina kwa adwene ba akopɛ me de CSF ni bia achia me imagine so say me si me CSF ni bi no wanje me so ay okay so hunu me say me your enemy a wa asem say wo hunu because me de me hunu say wo ye me enemy enti na sa ba bi on say to SSK wo question bia obetima free wo question a obetima free telephone number me de to honum okay me de to honum ya Muhammad Awal me che Muhammad Awal say nobody hates that nobody hates you stop on when say Muhammad Awal sometimes you know so obi can why obi can asem wo e bia wo wonte sa but among for more twere me no omo twere me WhatsApp omo twere me wo YouTube na omo twere me wo Facebook no follow comment ni nyina energy na among bi di ma me no and tro krampo obi kwadwo anan and try wo twa to me so no kwadwo anan intentionally ashada post to say me say before say Bible ni Christianity nya magana no ye na no mo nim good and bad intentionally I did me say if na me can say we say what is me ma sem na me kan no sa na me pa kire hwe ono gogo twere go ni page honom no say me say before say Christianity my no me say na no mo nim good and bad until Christianity never be kire mo good and bad me confront to no on the page honom na ye question no or say asem na me twere on me page honom no sa na me indicate enti wono wo azumi wono na watwema no akwakosi honom and or trust as say CSF kind of saying and cremofo na metimi de bibisa aye wo mo na CSF for there metimi fa hwenye omo they would disgrace me asema na wo kan ade so amen kan bibi asa tina make Mohammed awa metiase e bia we a good person okay untesa but untimi nkasa nobody untimi nkasa you don't know okay and what can say CSF is not a religious or not bibisa was this yeah CSF is not religion, okay? And CSF is not religion, but somebody, a religious person, cannot join CSF. What is this? And Mohammed, my answer. Someone who said the panel. Silent mentality in here. You can be whatever you want to be, as long as so we a religious person. Imagine we a religious person. You can go and pray on your weekends. That's your free time. When I was in CSF, and as a time accept me as a member of CSF, okay? I said it many times. Me Juma 5 days a week. I will say, okay? Now weekends, that time I'm in the family, no family, no, okay? I can't akata time no, time I chill, okay? Me Juma 5 days a week. Now weekends, no, maybe they call club, they don't call chile. Set up a chile. Weekends, Saturday, you Sunday, my chili will feel fine. Monday, Miss Akoye Majuma. Me meti my yesa. Na obi away Christiani. Also, yeah, Juma 5 days a week, you know. Na say Saturday and say Sunday. Or the quack or some the yamia. I didn't think I may catch and say, dear, wouldn't answer. Me time and me free time on the quack or chili. On one quack or chili. Or no so the quack or ya. So I didn't think I may cause no way say. Mean cause no. So what I saying because or yeah, Juma ding. Or ye Juma into opportunity within the time so many betting the back. The CSF for near Casafa one year bon de Grunene said Monday and part sorry them Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Any Bible verses be a man for be a miss code to an omudi bu amount for a bit me at connecting idea we say no near amount for the correct way. But the Uber because CSF for your religion. Okay, fine. I didn't any religion or because of your religious there and you accepted in CSF. Yeah, and American say, okay, so you are no more CSF. Okay, the thing and they say CSF no, because we a CSF or make make us we CSF because we a Christian. Say what you say now. And you mean America so almost say why we a Christian? Some people they went to the far and say, I am Obaka say me ko ye Christian na manashi obi. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? I mean, share Bible no, okay? Never for the teachings of Jesus Christ. Never me one reason why now I shouldn't follow Jesus Christ. Never me somebody now or your best or your better alternative than Jesus Christ. Would for BBC Abraham never chere me. Mami one good reason why I shouldn't follow the teachings of Jesus Christ. Never me any another alternative. And I mean Jesus Christ, but mean wo the walker. Whoa. You know who actually Jesus say for see foundation, build your foundation on truth. Or sister, I know can Jesus can Bible name. Build your foundation on the truth. So we see foundation you want to cross okay. Be bien to me scatter. And Jesus is the truth. You know, see we should build our foundation upon him. On him. What mention Bible no. Nothing I want to say yeah the Bible that down. But if you have a question, you can ask questions about the Bible, okay? You can ask questions about the Bible. The answers na edibe ma ono. Say ube accept you, won't accept you, sanity. But say me busa questions about Islam na. I never asked any question about Islam. I had to say the ABA, my share na ma fabricate bibi. Yeah, for answer nemre me. So for answer nebra, you bet me a dialogue about the answer. But do busa question about the Bible no. Na say me ni answer na. Me ni answer na. It doesn't mean say there is no answer. Okay, it doesn't mean say answer in the honum. I mean a minimum answer, no, but the answer is there. Okay, Kamal Ibrahim says, my dear telephone line is not too okay. Until you up say Ofrebia no beti ma frɛ ha say. Our telephone line is okay. WhatsApp. And can they say Kamal Ibrahim says, but Jesus is not the one, or one who only said that truth exists before Jesus. Okay, but who said it? Who said he is the truth? Why the cancer? A simple, sometimes, no, okay, sure, me can say, hey, be I would don't accept the book, no. There were some things that some people will make a claims no be make it. But ultimately make it a claim say you are the truth. When they can't say he is the truth, when they can't say my be being idea from okay. But we say yeah, we hear logic that was said okay. If you don't listen to Abraham and you want to listen to Jesus, then go ahead and don't talk about anymore. Once again, German. Always some people are trying to tell somebody what to do and what not to do. Mentias here. Mentias say, yeah, now I'm for person catch will be dear, way. Or no one bibia. Somebody no obinya kokudro. Ever be catch them say. Maybe the move better CSF. Maybe the move better CSF. And now to send me be followers. The all kinds of same way not okay. Time when I CSF. Ben Moshe ni Abu Trigger in your case, not only will be cramp, only Abu Trigger and po. Onim Collins Asante, Onim Collins Asante, Onim no. What is there? Onim a Japasay, time na a Japasay, any Ben Moshe, no only will be no, son, no, I crack. Or no, ye nimo. Me baby video, I be defending Ben Moshe ni CSF no. Na me kasapro abakas na me crosso. Yeah, videos upon videos, and defended by Moshe and the CSF movement, you know. Just because you be through level, be now, maybe through stage, be me develop myself, me share be a kahuna, menya entiasief frono. Or be can't me say, me dem who be batay. Now we fan. First interview by Moshe and Kofi TV. Now we fan. Ben uhe life time Ben Moshe on a virgin pastor you now hobby. Everyone my me because sense social media na sanity sanity obi abetima can adwene free obi abetima can adwene. But my brother Kofi Asamoah, okay, name for Jesus as me good shepherd. Jesus is me good shepherd. So also Ben Moshe na you good shepherd also fa, okay. It's a meaning to me. Don't talk about it anymore. For Ben Moshe as your good shepherd, but say Ben Moshe or no one can't say a good shepherd in Chile or no one can't. One of our fans are, but Jesus they were can't. Let me say, I am the good shepherd. So what you said, no one is good except God. And you quote him, no one is good except God. So Jesus is kind, and we no sabe kind say, I am the good shepherd. See, you go bear, you know who be okay. You find a be. I am the good shepherd. No one is good except God. Okay, until why you choose there. Well, say my mother and father are the truth. Did your mother and father say they are the truth? Well, Lord, Muhammad yesterday, me see Jesus say, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Ono no waka on you be na ka say wo ye ono na waka. Wo say ono na ye life no. Obi frɛ yɛn fa call we say ne check ni pa okay. Hello?
Hello, Seto.
Yeah, Bema, who is speaking? Where is speaking from?
Yeah, Alex Clark.
Alex Clark, man.
Good. Charlie, Eugene, I can say.
Okay, Eugene, who can say friend from?
Me can say fi Accra.
Now Accra na my Alex Clark, I know.
Oh, say. Why would you buy Eugene? I can say so.
Now, okay, Eugene. Me too. You we a Christian and I say we a Muslim and I say we a atheist and I say we a CSF because they was say you make category who has say CSF no minimum.
Well, with CSF la free thinker.
CSF all the way free thinker. Okay, CSF. You from CSF. Okay, it's you assembly no what I'm say.
Great. But I would like to tell you, say,
okay.
Who this is now we take okay. Obia intimate drama so on. Okay, it's your decision.
Of course.
Na CSF no so no yenim say incremufo, a Christopher, atheist for free thinkers, obia be
we are sure.
No, that is what I know. A new formula, sir.
Yeah, okay. You bet mama obi o CSF or Christian. You bet mama be actually.
Oh, there be on say. Yesha see na Avraham Ben Moshe. O ma yeti asie say. the fact is that we are criminal in chess, me be dance CSF, and as we Christo in the name one use of our drink. What you say? Okay, I remember very well. In the enya dia obi betimi aka say wo se what's the Christo someone when you're a member of CSF. No, there's no two ways about that. We'll be into make us anchor.
Okay.
And I know the meeting make us say that gate man. We'll be into make us be anchor. What you see? Now, maybe question I'm say maybe tempesa will be mami.
Okay.
I still respect your decision, but who be here a couple of videos be maintaining that time we share, but the whole crux of the matter and say, let's say Jesus was a historical figure. Like I said, Jesus was not invented, Jesus truly existed. Okay. All right. To get the right truth, okay, they say we little research about, let's say, the 16 crucified messiahs. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, research on it. But what you mean? Yeah, the 16 crucified messiah, and I said the crucified messiahs in history. Okay. Me kai on top of my head, I meet mama or be a bear for Horus from Egypt.
Okay. Tobo. The work can we say in an okay. Your book could be a honor we never free me boa.
Almost say me person make a baby job. Share before Jesus Christo story number out, over 2,000 years ago. There was already people existing.
Of course, now.
Na omoji enyome bidi ansana Christos from eba. What you say? And you want to be on didn't say they had a myth. Myth, I don't necessarily mean say it might be the truth. Now almost
Eugene, what can I say? I say
yes.
Omoji name bidi ansana Jesus Christ eba. That means that who accepts Jesus Christ existed as a human being, reality.
Yeah, you see, I'll come back to that if you grant
that is
me. Me just said before the history of Jesus Christ, and that's Jesus Christ about history no. Some people had certain myth in their cultures and traditions. Okay. The Persians, the Indians, the Sumerians, and even some of the Arabians and all that. Okay. One person the story predicted Jesus. Okay, Horus. Okay, from Egypt.
But Horus no the Horus no opa just and also a myth, but on your reality a myth can I work.
A myth, no omujidi. I say I say fancy four na omo myth be a fair akwabi asebu amenfi. Probably asebu amenfi existed, but then no a magical powers be on the man say ye chi a blue bag back on the man or re a bruno the same time, one bag of maize on a hot coal of fire, or no berry, or no monsieur and uncle, fine. Yeah, internet. Yeah, it's true, man. And Kosubi missed out of said the guy had so much
almost say Ufra Bonte by next to come the sister or Akra, but only or Tam or no Musuni.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Oh, not Omuji beside, but I can confidently tell you and say it is too far-fetched. Okay. So going back to my story now.
Okay.
Before the Romans, let me just be fair. Before the Romans came up with Jesus stuff, 2,000 but you're into the members of their research, 2,000 years before, 4,000 years before, 6,000 years before, there were other cultures that believed in certain myths. They had their own stories they used to tell that predated that of Jesus.
Okay.
Back when you're Horus, okay. Back also you're Krishna.
Okay.
Back when you're artists.
Artists. Okay. Wait, remember it's Nina. Wait, remember date. What they say the date. You said before Jesus Christ, 2,000 years before, 100 years before. We wouldn't be who was specifics. Be one energy. The same people are not and that's a different continent. Different.
Krishna. 1,200 BC.
Okay, 1,200.
Even if we don't get the date right, it predated the story of Jesus. Okay. It's 1,200 BC. Krishna. Artists was 1,170 BC.
Now, okay. But now me say okay, Krishna no. Why am follow Krishna no?
Krishna, Krishna no, Krishna. From India. Okay, India. This almost some this I kind of saying they somebody that they worship even up to now, because almost say Chris, according to with the mama or the cracks of the whole thing, into some of these people that I just mentioned, some of these people that I just mentioned, they 90% of them had 12 disciples.
Okay.
They were called a friend of King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. They were all born of virgins. Okay. Their father, their adopted father, was a carpenter. Krishna, artist, Horus, Buddha, just say Mitra, 12 years, they started preaching or doing the works of their father. They all got crucified, they buried, and on the third day they resurrected. Krishna will say, Okoji will suffer by that kind of thing. So they are expecting him to be back. Okay. Krishna, hold on a second. Krishna walked on water. They walked on water. Or the 2 loaves of bread, 5 fishes, thousands of people. Or yes, several miracles. Artists did the same. Horus did the same. Tammuz did the same. Buddha did the same. Mitra did the same. Almost stories almost the same thing. Just like Jesus Christ.
So what made Jesus so special? Say,
thank you very much. We be sir.
But I also can be busy. I say, Tobo, Eugene, what can be busy? I say, or say, or Quaji or Wosa Fuaba. It's a fiction, and I say, near reality, no. Because it's an almost say, Confanoche so kind. By Confanoche, the other or existing, so what I say.
Agreed, but they said this certain thing. I'll come to the reality of it. In Kofube 6 or 4, now I mentioned they had similar stories. Their cultures believed in those stories. Krishna is almost Christopher, because Jesus Christ and Krishna, they share the same attributes. Virgin, adopted father, a carpenter. At the age of 12, or at the age of 33, they crucified. 3 days later, yes, that's why you have to search Krishna and normal stories, artists.
But Eugene,
question.
Me per se me ti de wo kan nyina me hunu se Ben Moshe akeka nsa ne we nyina wo platform say me follow Ben Moshe.
It's about the truth. That's the truth.
But now no okay. Verification ehun hia. Say what you say na.
Thank you very much.
Story no honom okay. Sisi ya wo kan sa ensem we say nyina acha kire me no okay. Enne ya na me post two sa video no about scholars. Enye me na me post two, enye me na me kasa, enye me na me video no about historians. Historian emuye baako krampo or no ex-Christian or no krampo egia tum say Jesus Christ or cause Jesus Christ now he is speaking about the one the Bible is talking about existing in reality and yes in a myth he existed Sanoka as a historian
listen
and yes Sanoka as a pastor and as a bibisa and as a believer
no that is what he is claiming. No, that is what he's claiming.
No. So what I said, into Eugene, the same Mema will say a scholar is saying this. No, also that is what he's claiming. But oh, mama, sources you are saying it's the truth.
You better whether it is the truth or not.
It's minimal scholars. You say now who say you claim no making no. It didn't say Omitra and who Horace any artist the end of the
day. Senior Yesu Christo the story no eba na Roman for so na Egypt for no Horus data Indians no Buddha Mitra can say where did that Krishna did that Syria for no more Tammuz did that and Senior Yesu Christo story no eba out see the American and no one can deny that because people existed before the Romans conquered the world. But you asked a very, very important question. What say? Adentina Yesu Christo Dianity, everything Musa. Because all these people that had these similar stories, no, they were just stealing myths from other cultures that they used to beef up their own characters that they used to worship. Samson at Romans of Fono, almost share all those characters. About how they conquered Israel, and then the Israelites, they knew that they wanted a Messiah, blah, blah, blah. Another story. But I just want you to have an idea, because I know you're a critical thinker. Okay? The person will have a broader idea of whatever I'm talking about to say. Before the Romans came to conquer the world, I'll say why I'm saying conquer the world. Before the Romans conquered the world, we had these other crucified messiahs before even Jesus was even born, according to whatever truth or no you are saying. Now, Jesus Christ, great. Jesus Christ story, because the Romans that brought out that story or the myth, they conquered the world, and whoever conquers the world writes history. Yes. Before I even go on, Roman numerals, Roman calendar. They see Vatican, they even determine everything. Christianity.
Me try my best, okay? Me try my best, but as I was so Kasano, okay, it's like you are telling me they will watch Jedi, now. Who say no creno? So what I say now?
No, listen, T.
But yeah, the same thing. I'm for because I made them. I don't want the truth.
Setoti.
Before Old Testament, when I try Old Testament.
Yeah, Bible no.
When I can see as a Roman for a tray. New Testament.
Roman, we say you use Roman numerals.
There be we say Roman for no Jesus story no. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna conquer the nation. And it's Roman Jesus for story is stable. I say bibisa.
Yes, because they bent all other books and then they made Jesus the character, the mythical character for Christians.
So without no Jesus existed, Jesus didn't exist.
There was a character.
Yeah, okay, I know in the book there is a character, but in reality,
yes, almost a character. Okay, that existed in history, but that was not any. It had nothing to do with being a Messiah. Almost a character, and almost this other myth from Persia, Arabia, India, and the model, the true book. And only another story, but I just want to. I want to give you an idea. Say before you buy, before you buy, Indians not a friend Buddha, and I say great Krishna near there. Persians not a friend Mitra. A friend Mitra no. None of my a virgin. Only papa or the adopted father a carpenter. At the age of 12, I saw any papa juma. Or your miracles be pre. The same miracles that Jesus did, Mitra did. And it is the truth. They had their history. This is devoid of Roman history. They had their history. That's what I say. But what is an important question?
Me say because TBO. You see, I'm a historically, no, was there a Jesus who was crucified? Who was there at the time of Pontius Pilate? And that's was there a Jesus? Was there a crucifixion? Jesus or existed and someone existed? According to your research, me answer.
Listen. Jesus never existed. Pontius Pilate existed. See, some of these emperor see Israel and no now almost way Rome. They existed, but they modeled that Jesus character into their history. Sometimes who research no one in here.
Yeah, you can say Eugene, Miss Rewa, okay. I won't pick your the Obekano over historians. Me no historians. They Google researchers, okay? Historian. And they were historians or more credible than many women. Omo ba bonten and omo making it clear say there was a time when there was a king and I say Pontius Pilate was there and then there was a crucifixion with a guy Jesus. And you mean make count historians. So what they say now. But what catch me say?
Settle. Menka say omo bua utie dia meka.
Jesus never existed.
You a lead. Listen to me. I am giving you a lead so that you will decide on your own as a researcher to know whether those historians you are believing in are saying the truth or not.
Yeah, but that's the same question I'm missing. Baby, I will information, What if when a verified man will say, story now, kind okay, a sanity, when a verified man. Because the would date, say date when my man can be being okay. In Islamic sources as well. There was some Islamic sources are almost say Muhammad the miracles in so few the fingers mobile. Muhammad the bompire Emma Adriani multiply to the Jesus DNA, There are some stories be much for Muhammad home. And so Muslims for majority go are more accepted. Until why so that when they verify mitra ni horrors ni when they verify we ma say a authentic a ampa na a honum crampo before Jesus when they verify ma
okay mami can be interested too meaning say we to coin the brain okay mean call Egypt that okay but meaning say call Egypt you see the Sphinx and I say pyramids no. What you say?
Okay.
Those pyramids predated the story of Jesus.
I don't know. Maybe can say
listen, let us be realistic to ourselves. Let us be realistic. Have you heard of people called Hare Krishnas before?
Matida. Yes, of course.
When you say Hare Krishnas, no, their religion existed before Christianity.
I don't know that. No, Ninja.
Okay, I am telling you, it is a factual thing. Listen to me. Listen.
I'm listening.
Let us behave as like say be wrong, and I say because you make us okay. I mean, we have to say. You see, Hare Krishnas existed before Christians.
According to who?
Okay. Now, you story. My brother.
Yeah, but the same. Eugene, the same logic now. Who you saw me? You should be my brother. Who can't say your story?
That is Islamic Christianity. When I hear that, Islamic Christianity, Indian about.
Tobo, so what I say, Tobo, my main answer question will say, "Oh, yeah, man, for doing say, I am stubborn. I don't want to. We can be a member person. Maybe you said, maybe Kwame can no correct. But yeah, no person man for muhunu you can't say logic now. Yeah, mu use to the judge other things no. You tend the same logic near the judge wa. O say a problem. Who can't let me say Mitra any all these other things no was there before Jesus and I said the story of Jesus Christ and I said Bibisa. Okay. But maybe so me can't was at the country I walk based on information when ya. But maybe can't will say historians say no. We say no, you don't accept it. So what you say now? And me reference say historians was say. Also there be because the whole agenda and not say the whole name no. O person was also an nkwamu and so person me J there me tie historians and no person me J mu na me be J wo de any di. As well who the whole name was
I never said to listen to me. I said that is what they are claiming. I never said they are wrong. But what I'm trying to do is say I want to give you a lead so that you will decide on your own whether what the historians are telling you is right or not. Tell me, Christianity, Islam, but you're Indian about first.
Christianity,
Judaism, Indian about first.
Judaism,
Mitralism, Indian about first.
Mean can.
Say before Judaism, there was a religion called Mitralism. There was another one called Hinduism, and then there was other religions predated Judaism. Okay. Are you saying me say Judaism is the first religion in the world?
No. You see that is the point, okay? Me, I don't have all the information. Me need information thing now. I am okay, but to me understand, say me catch will say meaning for a fact religion which was there before Judaism. I don't know. Minimum to make
saying that do your research.
Yeah, okay, I can do my research, but tell me, but say I know now intentionally meaning according to the Bible me follow no okay Nyankopon obo no and obo Adam and Eve ma semu na ebenya Abraham and through Abraham no so obema the nations and say and bibia ba be shase of course in the Bible no there are some people now they were worshiping different gods Bible no Baal some people used to worship Baal and stuff like this but say me mechanic emphatically say meaning say before Judaism came, there was a religion called Mitra, and I said Horus, and I said then I don't know this. Meaning to me, make can't. Okay.
Especially Horus, no. Look for it.
Horus, no, was it a religion or was it a god?
Horus, no, Egyptians.
Now, or some friends, now or some years, or something the same.
You can call it Kemetism.
Kemet, okay.
No, how did that? Horus, yeah, or your popular myth within amongst the Egyptians. But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying it is the truth because trust me, it is not the truth. But now Omuchiti say no bibisa almost someone. What you say? Because some of those attributes now say Indians for the also. But these are the same attributes that Jesus said. To the research now, then subsequently we can talk because very, very crucial. If you do your research and you know, say they predated Jesus and they had the same attributes, no, then we can talk on further. Why?
No, okay. We can talk further. Okay. Kamal Busam said, "Maintain Horus." Of course, I'm at Horus. That that me say Ben Moshe why teachings were never way now before. Okay, Matida, but Obusam say. Minim say or honum before Judaism. Then the minim can say minim say before Judaism because there be Jesus Christ on your say na you can say be first century. That's our dates before first century. Minim the never honum. Okay, yeah, okay. And today be our father that call Eugene. Okay. Okay, me that's you find another call and take you find another call and take. Ebe suya de okay. According to Eugene, okay, the thing and they say sometimes okay, one time bina Ben Moshe call can say kwakumanu interview no aggressive interview. The aggressive interview that time when I'm here say interview no me tie interview no beginning kakra bi no miss na kwakumanu pa sembe na me ka say kwakumanu ye conscious guy. That time no na me do me kwakumanu aseme na uma Ben Moshe tough time but me tie bi audio no ekoduru ka bi kakra bi no na me tie ase na me hunu say yes say sometimes no okay who follow obi a ohia pressure because Ben Moshe ya ambo the pressure at that time when obi ya hunu pe obi a we conscious ambo Ben Moshe pressure na dem be agige Ben Moshe so a ebi okokoduru ba bia o free the comfort zone a ne ho be kire no say wo hunu enti na e good after na me tie say yes enti say who be put some questions I don't have no problem me nka say me nim bibia niema me nim ye kiti bi say wo hunu enti nye say bia obi ka say mati mitrada mati Horus da mati weda but time na e ba me enti da me nka say mati da still am da bi enye fair say wo hunu and na me nye you can say you can question me enye about win or lose. Reasonable people you can learn, you can still learn. Obituary said the first religion Kabbalah and Bibisa, the oldest religion Kabbalah. So but Adam's Abu Trace has statement we say who wants say will be line we say and obey disagree said there be in Kabbalah minimum there I'm just making a point. In Kabbalah is the oldest religion. No one saw about another religion. Now we saw about another religion. And will never be bro be able to different adjunibi and so the obi can obi adjun say they near correct. So sana system na kwa wa say. And to me, the end there, I said, "We can't." No, Zaboti, and I said, "Yeah." Said, "Oh, as will be good for us." I say, "And yes, sir, the system net here." And to me, can say, according to historians, Jesus existed. Now, obviously, David, he's never existed. It's just a fiction. Be a homophobia free comment. Me, so one I'm engineering the orchestra menu or YouTube to say it doesn't exist. A story being a copy, and I say, main for the historians now or my research, no. So what you say that it is an system now quite the time will be so who follow BBA a difficult, but do also make a decision because amount for 88 or money, no, or be our one. Yeah, but Eman, what my videos, okay? My videos are all my reasons why now unaccepted Bible not as authentic, and I say contradictions because I say the crucifixion, no, also hear the crucifixion now. Obia can different story. 2% who they correct now, and that's a person who contradictions now. You have to study the crucifixion, no, in a different way. Meaning, but enemy board, but Eman video, no, okay. The point in any say, any truth in any say, there are some people now, they have in their head and they say, there is no Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ never existed. A book, you say they be a Captain Planet, actually, no, asa. So what you're saying now, and we have historians, your history. I didn't write the history because if we cannot accept the facts and evidence now we have about the past now, then we cannot accept anything. We cannot accept that Kwame Nkrumah really existed because we were not there. History try say Kwame Nkrumah existed. History try say ABA, you can say Komfo existed. History try say Yasantua existed. History try say Osei Tutu existed. We anyone them. A bit many history be a trace and a reality no or more existed as a human being. Historians now try say there was Jesus Christ who existed, who was crucified. Okay, obviously he didn't exist. There is no history says Superman existed. No, nothing. No history. No historian. Be maybe can say yes, Superman or existed. Someone who points but yeah, the history historians ne cannibal among pet. Obu one of their you can say yeah, the baby banner a certain agenda there or bepe. I said better I say because me video be to screen so no they bought the historians ne can one more time. Okay, so to SSK
in the crowds you all run around with, it's commonly thought that Jesus did not exist. Let me tell you, once you get outside of your conclave, there's nobody who, I mean, this is not even an issue for scholars of antiquity. It is not an issue for scholars. There is no scholar in any college or university in the Western world who teaches classics, ancient history, New Testament, early Christianity, any related field who doubts that Jesus existed. The reason for thinking Jesus existed is because he is abundantly attested in early sources. That's why. And I give the details in my book. Early and independent sources indicate that certainly that Jesus existed. One author that we know about knew Jesus' brother and knew Jesus' closest disciple, Peter. He's an eyewitness to both Jesus' closest disciple and his brother. I think that atheists have done themselves a disservice by jumping on the bandwagon of mythicism, because, frankly, it makes you look foolish to the outside world. If that's what you're going to believe, you just look foolish. You are much better off going with historical evidence and arguing historically.
Okay. And according to the scholar now, only Christian or Crampon or no can say Jesus existed. I'm out for trace, okay, or can say Jesus existed, that it's not the Jesus that is in the Bible. But when the people were asking, they were Jesus be they were asking Jesus in the Bible. That is what he's the Omubusano. Jesus now this who logic we say. So listen, okay, Bert Ehrman, he's saying the Jesus that is in the Bible now, he existed, but sir, miracles now are more attributed to him, not in the Bible, no. That is not what but when they asked him about Jesus, they were not asking about the different Jesus because the one all Bible no so existed. Yeah. So Kwabena says yes, but Eman also says that Jesus did not resurrect, etc. Okay. Yes, but your point in there, April has says here and say the reality is that did he exist? And the first step, existence or existing, did he claim what he was claiming? Even though it's on money or kind of, but according to reality, and say he existed as a man, or as we say, so the one in the Bible, no one found, okay, and 7 years or year, and on Jindi, but or existed. Then you start the next step on now, okay, was he crucified? Yes, according to Bert M. and Grandpa, he was crucified. Okay, resurrection, you know what kind of has said, but Emma also says that he did not resurrect. So he was crucified. About resurrection, also the India. It may depend on Bible. No, so the Bible no said there were witnesses who saw him after the so what is that? And there are many Bible no so the but the point now what has said and say he was what he existed and say Eugene Frey what says here no Eugene indication in say it's not just a myth. He didn't exist. They come out. Obia one idea. He said Obia a scholar. Obia a scholar. Me na make country. Obia one Kamal Ibrahim. Yeah, created from Sisha Boja. No, it's sad about quiet. It's one when year now. Okay, in fact, call me. I got 10 minutes. Be okay. It's Suini. Efre. Hello.
Hello, Seto.
Yeah, Suini.
Yes. How's it?
See, Kwabna Mensa. I was say Tachi Mensa. I was say Jesus Christ is a myth. And what according to who, and that's according to the scholars, evidence, references, but maybe be a woody genus same way say because the scholars now are saying otherwise. Okay, so in the Yankasaka climate time on a yasum, yeah,
no, I just brilliant. Then the first caller.
Eugene.
Yeah, I just want to. Yes, I just want to. Clarify some things because he was giving you a lot of information. Actually, I thought maybe you knew a lot of it, but it seems you didn't know. You see, what he was saying about the Mitra artists, Anana, and so on and so forth, the dying and the rising Messiah. Those are actually earlier, I'll call them religions that were already there long before Christianity. The point is not that those religions are true or not. That is not the point. The point is that those ideas were already there floating around before Christianity, and that particular concepts that were already around actually influenced the making of Christianity. So the argument is not that those religions, Horus, Mitra, Krishna, and all of them were true. That is not the argument. But those are concepts that were already in place before Christianity. And therefore, those concepts influence Christianity. And if you look at the character of Jesus, you will find similarities in those other religions before Christianity. So I just wanted to clarify that. So it's not that those religions are true. That is not the point. I hope it's clear.
Okay, I get the point.
Yeah.
But can you lower mute the sound over there because there's a feedback.
Oh, okay, wait. What about now?
Okay, I hope so. I think it's okay now. Okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
Yes,
so
yes.
Did you get my point? Or
yeah, I get your point. I get your point. So the point is that the stories was already floating about Mitra and this thing, but it doesn't mean it was a true religion or something like this. But the story was
no. They were there, so that influence is just like we haven't today. Let's say America, democracy, and so they have some ideas, and most countries want to become democratic. So when they try to become democratic, what do? When they want to write the constitution, where do they look to? They look to other countries and basically incorporate some of the constitution that they think can work for them. And is the same thing happen? This has been happening for for thousands of years. So it's not new. The world is man has been civilization has been there for thousands of years. Actually, Christianity, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, they're actually new because it's just 2,000 years. It's not long ago.
Yeah, I get that point. Sweeney.
Yeah.
But what about you see? So you are saying the concept, the idea about these stories were already there. But what about the teachings?
Yes.
Where did they get these teachings from? You see, the teachings about Jesus Christ, this deep knowledge that he has, where did it come from? Can you educate us about that too?
I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure what you. Can you repeat the question?
You see, the deep knowledge, the parables, the knowledge that the Bible comes with, okay, and what Jesus was saying about himself. You see, you can pray to me in my name, and then if you pray, I will answer your prayers. Okay, like the Bible, the revelation, the concept that how they wrote this book. Was it there before in these other religions, or where did it come from?
Not everything, but the ideas were there. Yes, if you actually look into the Egyptian Book of the Dead, you see some of the concepts that is in the Bible actually today. And then if you also take Mithraism, that is Mithra, that was a religion in the Greco-Roman world. So both Greek and Rome already practiced Mithraism as a religion. And in Mithraism, you have similar ideas. And those ideas, you can actually see some of them or similarities in Christianity today or in the Bible.
So are you
today.
saying, Suini, was there a religion that teaches to love your enemies before Jesus Christ?
No, I wouldn't be able to give you any specific as you're asking, but I'm just saying generally you will find the ideas already there. Most likely those people are very smart, so they will probably have to come up with to come up with other things to add up.
But,
so,
but do you know? You see the idea. You see that is the reason why I appreciate the Bible. The idea that a human being will say, "Love your enemy." That is something. It is not normal, right?
No, but that is. I will not even say that someone said it before, but I will not, because I will not be able to prove it right now.
But do you think that is a normal human being teaching to love your enemy? Do you think human being will teach you this?
To love your enemy?
Yes.
No, you cannot love your enemy. That is not in our world. You cannot do that.
And that is exactly the point. That is why I believe that you see, that is something beyond human imagination, because human being we don't think like this. So for a book to teach, yes, for a book to teach this kind of something which goes against human thinking, but then when you understand it, you know that it is something which can cure human being. You get the point?
I get the point. But you see, I want to tell you something. I don't want us to drag it, so I'll just say it, and then we end the call, so that maybe people will want to call. You see, the idea of loving your enemy, you have to know the history and the context in which that particular verse is talking about.
Okay.
At the time of the Gospels, when the Gospels was written, what was the condition in the Byzantine Empire or the Greco-Roman Empire? What was the conditions? Of course, there were wars. They were fighting with the Israelites, and they didn't want to pay taxes. They were fighting back.
Are you speaking about something historically, or this is history?
Yes, this is historical, but I don't want us to go deep. So I'm just mentioning that the Gospels, where you see when you're reading that love your enemy, in real world, me and you, we know that it doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen. I know.
Yes.
It's very difficult.
So now, you have to put that particular verse in really context. Why did they write that particular verse? What was the condition?
That is the divine wisdom. That is why I say the Bible is something special, because
no, I think me I know, and I think that those verses was necessary because of the fighting, the wars.
Yeah, but they are already fighting. So what do you mean? If they are fighting, then you cannot say love your enemies, because they are fighting already.
Yeah, because if they are killing you, and then they tell you love your enemy, because if I have you as an enemy, and then a book from God is telling me to love you, what do you think will happen? Do you think I'll continue to fight with you?
No, that you see, that's why I asked you. You and Eugene and many people, they are telling us the Bible, it is a concept, the idea was already there, okay? But so I want to go in the book, and then we have a little bit knowledge about what the book is teaching. And the teaching of the book is to love your enemy. Yeah. I asked you, is it something a human being would do? A human being teaching?
No, it's not normal.
It's not normal, okay?
It doesn't happen in the world.
So you see now, that is why I say, you see, the Bible, it teaches us, the Bible is like something which is going to cure wickedness, madness, so that we all can live harmony and live in a peaceful world, or a better world. It is for us. If we all follow it, and if you all obey it, there will be a fabulous word for us. That is the divine knowledge behind this word, this verse. If everyone starts to love, if everyone said he will love his enemy, that means this kind of hatred, having hatred, it will vanish, because if nobody have anybody, nobody will be hating anyone else, okay? So we will not need military anymore. We will not be needing wars anymore. Maybe there will not be police station anymore.
Then the verse is not. Then the verse is sorry to say. Then the verse is useless, because it's been 2,000 years since, and yet we've seen the wars, the killings, the horrors of.
Sweeney, but what is the reason why? What is the reason why? Because nobody is following it. That is the reason. You have the key, you have the cure to the sickness, but if you don't follow the procedure, how is it going to cure? There's more enemies now because nobody is following it. Everybody wants power.
Yeah, then what is the point of that particular verse?
The point is
we even have more killings around.
Because nobody wants to follow it. You see now, it is like giving a law. Nobody should cheat, or there should be no divorce or something. And people are doing things that will make them divorce. You say, why did you give this law? You see now, the law is there, and there is something. If everybody follows it, it's like, do not urinate here. And people are urinating there. You say, why did you give this law? If people don't obey the law, that is what you are saying.
This is supposed to be a divine law. It's not a human-made law.
Yeah, it is supposed to be divine law, but we have to follow it willingly. It's not by, you have to follow it with your heart. So if I start to follow this law, okay, if I start to follow this law, and I will be loving my enemy, which means I will be praying for them. I will be trying to make them. I will not bring force on them. You see, and you too. You will love your enemy, and your enemy will also love his enemy. So we will be all showing love towards each other, no more hatred, and that will cure the whole universe. So we have to obey it. But it is difficult for human wisdom, because we are human beings and we are selfish. We are human beings. We think about ourselves. We only us. And that's the point here, okay? That's what I wanted to know. If the Horis, the Mitra, and all these things, they also taught the same knowledge, the same wisdom, like the Bible was teaching. But I think I get a point, okay? It is something nobody can do.
Yeah. All right. No. Don't say that. But I'll just leave it for now. And if I have more, more information, I'll dig more. And maybe later on I will give you if I should find something similar.
Okay, fine.
Because you're asking a specific question, which I wasn't.
You see, when I check in the Quran, I don't see any divine knowledge in there. It's always human being. Every law that is given is based on human understanding. Every law,
Yeah.
everything is given by human understanding. You don't see anything which will say what kind of human being will do this. So, but when you come to the Bible, there are certain things in the Bible that you think about. You say, which human being will give this kind of law? You see, that is what makes me accept the Bible more.
Okay, so you mean the love your enemy? You think is so miraculous that it makes the Bible divine, right?
It makes the Bible special. It makes because I that's why I intentionally asked you before. Did the Mitra and the other religion, did they teach something like this? You see, did they teach something like this? Because I wanted to know. I don't know.
No, I don't have specific information as particular that what do you call it, question you are asking. So I have to check. But what I just want to say is that, you know, what you are saying is based on
these are Christians. Let's end the conversation here, okay? Because I have to go.
Okay,
my time is up.
Right.
I don't want to keep it too long, but I appreciate you. And then maybe we can talk next time, okay? Maybe tomorrow.
All right. Okay, thanks. Bye. Bye.
Bye. People, okay. Look, Kamal Ibrahim. It's a conversation, okay? Sometimes I don't know if some people they have narrow-minded. They only think one way, okay? So if you say something they don't like, they will think, hey, why are you saying this? You don't make sense. It is live program, Nana. It is live program. We are live right now, okay? But you can't call. It is over now, okay? But let me say this: Putin and versus Ukraine, they are Christians, okay? It is true. It is true. They are Christians, or they are considered themselves to be Christians. Christian countries, let's say it like this, okay? But it doesn't mean you being a Christian or calling yourself a Christian, that means you are following the Christian teachings. I don't get this. Yes, that kind of law to love your enemy is a law which is very hard. We as human beings, we are selfish. But that is the deep knowledge behind this kind of teachings will help us if we obey it. But we have to obey it. We have to follow it. But it is hard. Just because it is hard doesn't mean it is not good. Just because it is hard doesn't mean it is not good. But think about it. Living in a community, you live in a community where nobody hates nobody. Is it possible? Probably. But will it happen? Difficult, because we are jealous people. When somebody is even Jesus or follow and papa so it doesn't mean it. It's not possible. Yes, because we are human beings. That is why you need Jesus, because we are sinners. That is the logic here. People assume we man than we man. This kind of teachings, no, it is not the teachings from a mere human being, because we know how human beings think. We are greedy, we are selfish. Go and check the Quran and give me any divine, and I said something a bro nipa so. Jesus was not the originator of love, okay? Love your enemies. Jesus was not the originator of love your enemy. So who was, Nana? Who was the originator? I'm not saying, you see, some people, they come at you, say, I'm claiming, say, I know everything. I am also searching, it's still searching. I just entered into Christianity. I am reading the Bible. I keep on reading. And the beautiful thing is, the more you read the Bible, the more you understand it. But you only have to read it with the open heart. You have to humble yourself as a human being, first of all. And you have to consider that there is a creator. You all know that there is a creator. Nana, you said there is a creator. You humble yourself. You put away your pride. You put away, say, what everybody was thinking about. Somebody will think about you. And you humble yourself and open the deep knowledge. We think, say, some people, they want to be God. They want to decide what they want to do. It is okay. Okay. But yeah, you should think more. There is a creator. You have all accepted it. There is a creator. Okay? Obviously, why prison? I don't get it. Many Christians brainwashed with mental. Many Christians brainwashed with this mentality will wake up. It's very good open discussion. It's true. And that is what I want. You see, on this platform, no, majority of CSF people will have the CSF for, okay, maybe any opportunity to share my margin. we follow the group, but you also want to say something. So we can, you don't have to even come here. If Nana is making a program and I am at home, and I get the invite, I will go there. You don't always have to be on this platform. If you are a CSF, you also have your right to create your platform, and we can come there and dialogue. It is about dialogue. It's not saying I have to come live so that people will call, and then I have the right to end calls or not. No, okay. But I think that it is a very good way. Different at the end of the day, you know, they were Real Madrid, They were Bayern, They were Barcelona, They were Kotoko. Christoni, Muslim, atheist. Okay, kind of saying CSF. We can. I'm not saying we cannot question. We can always question. Questioning someone has, but sometimes, you know, when somebody say I said I'm a Christian, now you people are trying to make me say I am mad. But you believe in Antoine and all the rest, but that is okay. You see, that is a bad understanding. Okay, that is a bad thing. So whatever you believe, you know, there is something questionable about it. Our traditional religion, there is question about it. There's something questionable. So if you say, I have become a Christian, so I have no right to question Islam, yeah, but your religion too, do you have the right to question Christianity? If you believe in the religion, it's also questionable. So if all the religions are questionable, then it is clear that you can have whatever you believe in, and then I have what I believe in, and we can question about the better table. Question. Simple, okay? And yet by force. To me, I have chosen the Christianity. I've chosen the Bible because I have seen the Bible, the wisdom in there, no, is strong. When you compare Quran, yes, I have only analyzed only two religions: Christianity and Islam. Traditional religion, meaning baby, the books, you know. Okay, I checked these two books, compared them together, and have seen that one of the books, you know, it is giving me some knowledge now. And if you read the Quran, so once you study Quran, no, and you read the Bible now, you will see the Quran in the Bible in a different. Quran, if the Bible has say, but yes, the stories now Quran, any part okay. Everything is questionable. I said this one there, then I said this one there. Ask for this one there. Last time, so I can say this one there. Yes, we can question everything. And I was asking this, so ask for this one there. Everything is questionable. Hey, Ampa. Okay. You can open to me a doctor. No, there's doctor book on the science doctor book, no. And you be or a doctor what born degree or chronic, now you know. But in the book, no, and you be he doesn't understand all the book. The most brilliant person in the classroom or pass or check test 100, no. So for textbook now, on textbook ni say the whole universe, the whole universe na say. Okay, I have had the Bible, okay? The Bible, the Bible there, okay? Which I believe it is the word of God, which I believe is the knowledge of God, the wisdom of God is in this book. And I can appreciate it. It is okay for me because how are we hanging in the air? We are hanging in the air right now. How? I use a scientist for me and I'm JD. Scientists for candy and I'm JD. Because you see, I was there, we won't JD. So where did God command man to complete the Bible for all human? I don't mean to the all kind of saying, okay, but in him said the Bible, no, I kind of saying, kind of say Jesus can say, you should go and make all people baptize them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Go to all nations, and I say, okay. So the Bible, no, the word it needs to spread. Or spread it, maybe to get the gospels, okay. And trust me, we learn by reading books, okay. Even if you don't believe that the book is from God, even if you don't have to even believe it. Let me say, don't believe it, but read it and check the knowledge. You check the knowledge in the book, okay. Somebody was science. You see, the Bible is not against science. Bible is not against science. The Bible itself is not a science book, okay. So you cannot read this the Bible with a scientific eyes. It's not possible because the Bible itself is not a science book. But the Bible encourages us to do further research. Or say, no baby, ask and you shall be given. Knock and you will find something like this. So the Bible teaches us to always to search, and we are searching. The knowledge is in the air, but you have to search so that you will find it. Okay. And only science you cannot survive with only science. There is no scientific evidence for somebody to love somebody. How can you prove to me that why should I love somebody? Prove it with science. You see now, so science is a good thing. It's a process to finding something. But science cannot tell me to love my mother. Science cannot prove to me to love my mother through science. Okay, so there is something now. Okay, it's not either way and as a way. It's not like that. Sometimes you have to think further. It's not like I'm a Christian, so I cannot listen to Ben Moshe. Okay, Ben Moshe is in a system now where Ghana. So maybe Ben Moshe will any about Ghana now. I don't know. He on him system, I don't know. So Ben Moshe can be saying things now. I will listen to him. So this sanity is not like you are a Christian, so you cannot listen to a Muslim. You can go and meet a Muslim who is saying something, you can use it as a Christian because the world can also know. It's not like you. Christianity is such a beautiful thing. In one way, we accept the truth wherever it comes from, but the truth, okay, it has to be something you verify and know who it comes and you say, and then obi about also, Jesus said he should show love to. You see now, you kind of say, show love to his colleague Satan, or him or Gestila, or Hinijan, or say, yeah, but we was that they have been questions be all them now, okay. And you want to show love, we force you cannot force somebody because love your enemy now. I think that you people don't understand that statement. To love Casper, we send our friend, okay, Gaspar 7. Sorry, the fact that something is beyond what you deemed normal doesn't make it divine. Maybe Gaspar, I mean, there are far more concept and fact that goes beyond loving someone you should hate. Okay, but the point now, I mean, what I said, and they say, okay, this Horus, any the other religions that was there before now Christianity came, according to Surini, any Ernesto, okay. Ernest, okay. Yeah, Eugene, any Eugene, okay. I wanted to know if this kind of teachings was also there before. That is what I wanted to know. And to me, at the end, okay, that's what makes the book special. Because time will be an over statement, we actually will be a human being, it is like difficult for anybody to grasp. And until it's difficult for people, until I me boost our question, we say, if there are some people now who thought beyond these things now, I don't know now, okay. But the brother Bakubusa Ohanome says Satan should be forgiven, To love your enemies, it doesn't mean people are too the scientists or my question as I say, okay. To love your enemies doesn't mean say okay. So enemy is coming with gun on you. Now we say I love you. There be a Bible nature. To love your enemies, say Muslims, kind of saying these Christians in Nigeria, what churches now, some people who came there with guns, not they want to eliminate them, okay. It doesn't mean that they should say, okay, we will pray for no. If they could also bring their weapons in the church and protect themselves if somebody is going to harm them. But to love your enemy, the Bible needs to be said, okay. Whenever you have overcome them, say, hey, they came to attack, you have overcome them, you should show them love. That is one thing, okay. You can show them love, you can treat them okay, because they were your enemies, they came on you. Now, because you have the chance to kill them or to do them harm, but you can show them love, you can protect them, you can try to be kind with them, teach them something, and that could help them have a different thinking over you. Because even animals, okay, if you are good to dogs, sometimes the dog will go and come back to you. He appreciates it. Everybody appreciates kindness, especially in a time of need. Everyone, even the most bad person, somebody now he has done a horrible thing. If he wants to be loved at the end of the day. So that is what the Bible is teaching. Okay, it doesn't mean say Love your enemy, fear people can do it, not everyone. Oh, okay. Skeptic Japan. But let's see what Skeptic Japan wrote here. Okay, so science can prove love. We human beings are always curious about things which is invisible, and we are always in attempt to prove it. Like I have proven that air exists. Similar with human have proven that love does exist. Okay, that's but where and how? Okay, it will screen so it will be. You can read it yourself too. Okay, that's no. I am not sure if you know about Fisher. And then anthropologist who studying love experiment for many years and has come up with an experiment to prove love. And this is the okay. Or say there is a scientist now who has come up with an experiment to prove love. But my question and he say, where scientists, the question I asked is, science does not teach you to love your mother. Okay, science doesn't teach you to love your mother. Why? How? Okay, so to prove love, now I'll be shocked because I asked the kind of saying Tumpewale called me the other time and he said I should prove to him Jesus. I should prove to him God. I said, where God is love, if you can prove to me love, I can prove to you God, because God is love. Okay, God is love. First John chapter 4, God is love. So you cannot prove love. You can see me showing affection for somebody and we call that love. But when I say show me love, like the people want to see, okay, show me God. I want to see God face to face. Now show me love. I want to see love face to face. I don't want to see your actions. I want to see love. Put it there. Let me see. This is love. It's impossible. You cannot. But we know that love exists. We know it. You love your mother, but you cannot prove love. You cannot show love. You cannot bring it for somebody to hold it like this is love. This is the color of this is how to it is. It is because it's something divine, and that is love. That is God. And because of God, you have love in you. That is what the Bible says. So even though you don't appreciate, you don't acknowledge God, you still have God's image in you, but you are just being stubborn just to acknowledge. The only reason why you can love is because God, okay, because of God. Without God, there is no love. Yes. Okay, let me say it like this. Okay, the Bible doesn't teach you to. The Bible is just a book of guidance. Okay, to give you knowledge. It's like when before you go to, it guides you. It guides you. It doesn't say it's going to teach you how to build a house. But it gives you knowledge to always acquire for more, or not be greedy, or be kind, be loving, be generous, all kind of things, okay, to help you go forward. But it doesn't mean say the Bible is going to teach you how to build an aeroplane, or that one you have to study. That is a different knowledge. But that is kind of Bible. Let me end this comment. There is nothing like what? A black GMS, okay. And the point here is, okay, Seto SSK. At the end of the day, I am not a scholar. I am not a professor. I am just a simple guy like you. And I appreciate it if we all can interact. We will never disagree on everything. And of course, if I have a dialogue, if I have a discussion with somebody, and then I speak with the person for 1 hour, for 2 hours, there is going to be a thing you don't agree with me. If nobody agrees with somebody 100%, there is always something you disagree with somebody. There is always. So it is okay. You don't have to always agree with me, okay? And then if you are watching something, try to always learn. Somebody said, if you watch if you watch yourself 10 years ago and you don't find anything wrong with what you were doing 10 years ago, that means you did not develop yourself. That means you didn't gain any knowledge. You remain the same. We are to improve ourselves always. That is, think about this, okay? So if you just sitting there and you always the same thing, you don't want to improve your knowledge, you don't want to acquire more knowledge, you are comfortable with whatever you have, you will always be there. You will always be a fanboy. Seto SSK, okay? I'll end the conversation here. Please kindly share the video for me, invite people, tag people, and then subscribe to the channel on Facebook and on YouTube, okay? At least on YouTube, because the Facebook is blocked and the new Facebook page, it's still struggling, okay? Okay, it's still struggling. So subscribe on the YouTube channel. Okay, I really appreciate the people on YouTube right now. Thanks a lot, and leave a comment, hit the like, and then I will talk to you next time. Okay, bye bye.
I would say those who think that Jesus of Nazareth never existed are well over 100 years out of date.
Like Bart Ehrman says famously, he says, if Jesus was crucified, he existed. And since we know he was crucified, he obviously existed, and all those who say he didn't exist are just wrong.
Historians today regard the existence of Jesus as a done deal. It's indisputable. In fact, professional historians and biblical scholars would view those who would deny the existence of Jesus to be on the same, in the same kind of camp as Holocaust deniers and those who think we never went to the moon.
Of course he existed. That's really not